Children, imagine you are the captain of your class. You can manage 40 students easily. But what if you had to manage the entire school? Would it be easy? Now imagine managing thousands of villages and cities. You would need a strong army, good roads, officers, money, and rules. Long ago, many small kingdoms existed in India. Some kings were so powerful they united many kingdoms under one rule. Such a large kingdom was called an empire. This chapter tells the exciting story of how India's first great empire was built. We will meet powerful rulers like Bimbisara, Ajatashatru, Chandragupta Maurya, and Ashoka the Great. We will also learn about Chanakya, the brilliant thinker who helped Chandragupta become emperor. We will travel back in time to see how Magadha became powerful, why Alexander came to India, how the Mauryan Empire was formed, how Ashoka changed after the Kalinga War, and how one of the greatest empires in Indian history declined. So children, get ready to become time travelers as we explore the fascinating story of the rise of empires. Children, our story moves to a kingdom called Magadha. More than 2500 years ago, northern India was divided into many kingdoms. Each kingdom wanted to become stronger and more powerful than the others. Among them was Magadha, a kingdom located in the eastern part of northern India. At first, Magadha was just one among many kingdoms, but slowly it began to grow stronger and richer. One reason for its success was its fertile soil. The land of Magadha was excellent for agriculture. Farmers produced plenty of crops, and the kingdom always had a steady supply of food. Magadha was also blessed with dense forests. These forests provided timber and elephants. In ancient times, elephants were extremely valuable in warfare. Another advantage was the availability of iron ore. Iron was used to make tools for farming and weapons. The early capital of Magadha was Rajagriha. This city was naturally protected by 5 hills. The hills acted like a natural fort, making it difficult for enemies to attack. Magadha also benefited from the river Ganga. The river helped communication, transport, and trade. As trade increased, the kingdom became wealthier. However, natural resources alone could not make a kingdom powerful. Magadha was also fortunate to have ambitious rulers who expanded the kingdom and strengthened the kingdom. Because of its fertile land, forest, iron resources, protected capital, river routes, and strong rulers, Magadha emerged as the most powerful kingdom in northern India. Magadha had become the strongest kingdom, and powerful kings would soon rise to expand the kingdom. This story of Magadha was only beginning. The Haryanka dynasty. The first rulers to transform Magadha into a rising power belong to Haryanka dynasty. The first great ruler of Magadha was Bimbisara. Bimbisara ruled from his capital Girivraja, also known as Rajagriha, present in Bihar today. Bimbisara built friendly relations with neighboring kingdoms by marrying princes from royal families. At the same time, Bimbisara defeated hostile kingdoms that stood in his way. Bimbisara encouraged trade, transport, and made use of iron to produce weapons for his army. Under Bimbisara's leadership, Magadha steadily grew in power and influence. After Bimbisara came his son Ajatashatru. Ajatashatru became king in 493 BCE. Like his father, he was ambitious and wanted to expand the boundaries of the Magadha Empire. He fought against the kings of Kosala and the Lichavi Ganasanga. One of Ajatashatru's important achievements was building a new capital at Pataliputra, the present-day Patna. This new capital was known as Jaldurga. By the time Ajatashatru's reign came to an end, Magadha had become stronger, larger, and more powerful than before. The foundations of a great empire had been laid, but soon a new dynasty with enormous wealth and a mighty army would take control of the kingdom. They were known as the Nandas. After the Haryanka rulers, a new dynasty rose to power. These rulers were known as the Nandas. The rise of the Nandas marked an important turning point in Indian history. The end of Magadha as a Mahajanapada and the beginning of the Magadhan Empire can be traced to the Nandas' rule. The founder of Nanda dynasty was Mahapadmananda. Under the Nandas, Magadha continued to grow in power and influence. By the time of Alexander's invasion in the northwestern part of India, Magadha was ruled by Dhanananda. According to Greek sources, Dhanananda possessed a huge army. His forces included infantry, cavalry, chariots, and war elephants. The ability of the Nandas to maintain such a large army reflected their great wealth. However, wealth and military strength alone could not guarantee success. According to some sources, Dhanananda was a cruel and oppressive ruler. Over time, many people became unhappy with his rule. Dhanananda's growing unpopularity contributed to his downfall. Soon, a young leader would challenge the last Nanda ruler. the Nanda dynasty would fall and a new chapter in Indian history would begin. But before that happened, another powerful ruler was approaching India from the west. His name was Alexander.